Oh, wow. I've got one follower of my channel saying I should get this thing going. Make sure it doesn't get messed up. You. Guess what? I can't find the key. I need to charge the battery. That thing's dead. I should actually have a cover on this thing. See, moisture is getting on top of the motor. Moisture is getting inside the engine compartment too. It'd be great to keep, but you know what? I think I'm going to clean it up really good and sell it, because it's too good for me actually. It's just going to end up not running eventually. You know? It'd be nice to have, but I'm the wrong animal. Not even cracked. Only good thing is, you know, don't sit on it when it's really cold out, because that's how the plastic cracks. So. Still working on my son's truck. Man, I'm having the hardest time, let me tell you. As you can see by all the footprints, I've been back and forth 10,000 times. Like that brand right there, that's the only fast food brand that YouTubers don't get like beaten up over about consuming. I don't understand. The king does not understand. If you go to McDonald's, you get your head taken off. Should I use the impact to take that thing off? Or should I just say I don't care and throw caution to the wind? Guess what happened? Snapped off. But I'm at the point right now where I'm so agitated I don't care. That's his problem. I mean, I care, but I don't care. I sprayed that on there earlier, but apparently it didn't work. So, it is what it is, and it was what it was. Oh, it must be like a 12 millimeter or something. That's got to come off. I've given up on trying to get these ball joints off. Pickle fork, taking the jack and sticking it under here. I press up. Needle nose vice grip. Stuck in between here, clamped down. I clamped it down on the ball joint itself. It just spins around, so. Torch? No, don't have one. I burned myself before with one a long time ago, so once bitten, twice shy. You know, like the flame was just coming out, you know, like the blue flame. It was kind of sunny out, even though right now it's not sunny out. And I put my hand right through the flame. So, So I think this is 14 millimeters, so I'm going to take that off. And then Now that I got this off here, I'm gonna get something to go and tie this up. I can hang it up somewhere. You don't want that to fall. I've already loosened these bolts on the bottom, but I've never dealt with this, like that spring right there. Sounds like it's under some tension. And I've looked at YouTube videos, but almost all of them are for like Suburbans and, you know, the ones with like, or they got four-wheel drive. It's got a torsion bar instead of a spring. So it's a slightly different setup. We'll find out. For this part right here, it's pretty tricky. What do I got here? 14 millimeter. I got the vice grip on top. It seems like it's turning. Might have to use the Sawzall on it. Well, I've kept at it, and finally seems like it's getting looser now. I was just gonna have to go to the compound and get a Sawzall and cut this pin. They're like $20 each. But it looks like it stayed intact. I don't know. Maybe bang it around a little bit. See what happens. Give that PB blaster a little bit of time to soak in, maybe. Maybe try spraying a little bit more on it. And I'm getting the grease all over. How about that? Okay, well, one of the nuts snapped off the bottom of the shock absorber. The other one remained intact. So that thing is definitely trash. That one stayed intact, and the other one. So I got the clamp right there, channel locks, and 15 millimeter on top of this right here. I've been cranking on it on and off. Where's a good place for the camera? Nowhere. If I had a decent mount, that would work. I got that clamped and at the last couple of threads. See what happens. Seems like it's spinning. Got it all the way to the last couple of threads. And now the whole darn thing is spinning. Well, hey kids, I don't work on cars often enough, but I really should. I discovered there's a nut on top of the, there's a nut actually holding onto the camera. Now there's a nut right there, so I got that clamped on, and look at that, rocket science. That's when I was getting really frustrated, and I was previously grabbing onto that sleeve right there. That was working, by the way, until it got to a certain point, and it didn't want to work anymore. You figured I'd realize that after scrapping so many shock absorbers, but I never paid attention to it. That's how they're constructed. Hey, listen, I'm new. Hello, pleased to meet you. I'm the Scrap Kingdom. There you go. Now, what about that spring? I'm sure that's loaded with tension. Well, let the suspense continue. I will see you in the next video. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Why did I just do that? I have no idea. I'm just trying to see if the PB blaster actually soaked all the way through, which that thing's rusted. Everything is rusted. We live in the north where it snows, and then they use tons and tons and tons of salt. Oh, and then I say tons of salt. See how the street is like all melted? That's salt. It's all salt. You could actually, over here you could actually taste the salt in the air. And I will see you in the next video. I got both bolts out of the lower control arm, so I'm going to lower this jack to see what happens. What happened? Did you see what happened, kids? I wasn't watching. All the tension's off that spring. Wow, the whole kit and caboodle. Now what? I gotta get that upper control arm off somehow. Now this really turned into a nightmare. My son needs this thing for work on Monday. I need those like Scotty Comer, like laughing animals off in the corner. You know those emojis? Or memes that he uses, rather? Not emojis. Well, he's probably going to need another shock absorber, I would imagine. I don't know. Maybe not. couldn't get these things off for the life of me unless you use the gas wrench. And then where are you? Then you gotta replace the ball joints, and how do you get the ball joint onto this kind of control arm anyway? You can't. And that sucker's pressed in, I think. I don't know. Well.